The theme of this year's Dream Makers event is Prepared for Next. I'm here tonight to talk to you about the 3 key pathways to making the next step after high school. These are summarized as the 3 E's: enrolled, employed, and enlisted. So you're asking, why am I speaking to you tonight? Well, it's because after high school graduation, I've been a part of each step of the 3 E's. Upon graduation, each student will embark in the next step of the 3 E's. They may pursue a 2 or 4 year degree by enrolling into college. They might step right into the career field of their interest. Or they might enlist in one of the branches of the armed services. About 10 years ago, I graduated as a CYC JCG student from Aiken University High. And additionally, I utilized all 3 of the enrolled, enlisted, and employed. My childhood story is one that is all too familiar. Coming from a single-family household, I was the only man in the house, and I felt that I was a man in the house when I wasn't. Not having a father figure in my life, I kind of grew up a little angry. I backed that anger up by being the class clown. I remember I would get my assignments done early in class, and then I would just distract everyone else. My teachers would always tell me that I was smart and that I had a lot of potential. But what I lacked was the motivation needed to turn that potential into performance. Through all my struggles, I still knew that I was destined to do better. As a JCG student, I was what you would consider an at-risk youth. I had very little interest in school, and I did just enough to get by. It wasn't until my senior year of high school where I became president of our JCG class. And I remember my JCG specialist, Star Hamilton, who is here with us right now. She asked me to compete in our public speaking competition, and I remember I did not want to do it at all. And every day she'd come to me and say, "Are you going to do this competition? Are you going to do the competition?" And finally I said yes to get off my back. I decided to write the speech, and I ended up winning first place in the city of Cincinnati and for the state of Ohio. That moment changed my life. I finally felt that I could go to college, and I found my passion for public speaking. And now I am here speaking in front of all of you tonight. I won my speech around the same time that President Barack Obama was running for his first election. And I remember watching the news, and I saw a black man behind a podium, and it sparked something in me, and it motivated me. I went on to graduate from Northern Kentucky University with a degree in public relations. JCG gave me the confidence that I needed to enroll into college. There's the first D. Once I started to truly apply myself like I did for my speech, I started getting better grades in college than I ever did in high school. My JCG specialist did even more than just get me ready for college and give me confidence. I have a quick story to tell. Going into my freshman year at NKU, I had a lot of financial aid issues, and they couldn't get my paperwork right. There was a lot of issues, and after me going up there every single day, I wasn't able to get anything done. And I went to Star, and I expressed to her what was going on, and she said, "Well, set up a meeting and I'll come." My mom had not been to college, and she wasn't familiar with the process. We set up a meeting, and my JCG specialist came. After that meeting, my financial aid situation was resolved, and I was able to continue school. Let's just say that JCG career specialists like Star Rivers get things done. This leads to my second E, enlisted. College was very expensive, and I didn't have an academic scholarship or an athletic scholarship, and I didn't want to have a lot of debt after school. So I decided to join the Kentucky Army National Guard, which was one of the best decisions I ever made. I was able to get 100% of my tuition paid for, and I became more disciplined and organized. I got a chance to travel the country and even other parts of the world. As an inner city youth, I feel it's very important to have exposure to different cultures. I think that some youth just need to get outside their city, and for some, even outside their own neighborhoods. I met some of the closest friends in the military. You learn to take pride in not only your country, but yourself. Members of the military are groomed to be more on time, driven, respectful, and we're taught to follow through with all of our tasks and objectives. These are all things that current and future CYC students can use as pillars to get them to the next step. I am currently a senior relationship manager at WorldPay, the biggest payment processing company in the world. See how my journey got me to my last E, enrolled. Every step taken since my senior year with STAR and CYC and JCG has led me to where I am today. My JCG skills on how to prepare a resume, prep for interviews, have all helped me with my employment. The most important skill that JCG taught me was networking. Networking can be the deciding factor on whether you get a job or whether you do not. I always tell students the most important decisions made about you will happen while you're not in the room. I encourage them to find their own unique journey. It may not look like mine. They may not partake in all 3 E's, but they will get to their goals. That's what CYC is all about. Informing students, just like myself, about the career pathways that's available for them. I mean, we are dream makers, correct? Helping them to overcome obstacles. Sometimes it's the journey that teaches you about the decision and the destination that you're headed. Every donation made tonight or every hour sacrificed as a mentor helps make our mission possible and helps set up more local youth for success. 10 years after initially contact with CYC, I now sit on the CYC Board of Directors, and I now have the opportunity to contribute to the very process that saved my life. I don't know if I'd be speaking in front of you tonight had I not sat in that class with CYC, but I'm very glad that we don't have to find that out. So tonight, please give generously. It makes all the difference in the world. Special thanks to Erica, our CEO, Judith Moore, and Star. Have a good evening.